This is tonight's audience. We're not letting them hear this because we have surprises in store for Muriel Marchant when a familiar fortune teller conjures up her long-lost brother. Children when Sister Scylla enrolls them in the phone game. And Kathleen Lamb when she hears again the sweet singing in her choir. For these people and more, it's Surprise, Surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cilla Black.
To our special Christmas surprise. I love Christmas, don't you? Yes! Oh, yes. But it's for the kids, though, isn't it? No. What do you mean, no? No, all those presents and everything. I love Christmas, all that turkey, roast potatoes, Christmas pudding, mince pies, indigestion.
Washing up.
What?
Washing up.
The washing up, yeah. The washing up. Oh, yeah. Oh, wash their hands. You can see them now, can't you? Mind you, talking about the children, it is for children. And I've got 3 lads now, you know. Did you know that? Yes. I've got our Robert, our Ben and our Jack. And I must tell you about our Robert. He's 14. He's very cool about Christmas. Well, he's grown up. I can tell he's grown up because he's stopped asking me where he comes from. And he doesn't tell me where he's going. Then there's our Ben. He's just had his end-of-term exams, and one of the questions was, where do you find reindeers? And he wrote, reindeers are very big and don't often get lost. Oh, but I must tell you about our Jack. Oh, the light of my life. He's only 4. And the other week, we took him to see our local Christmas crib. He looked at the manger and said, who's that? And I said, it's Jesus. And he said, hasn't he shrunk since Easter? But I must tell you, here's somebody who hasn't shrunk an inch since the last time I saw him. But it doesn't matter what size he comes in. He'll always be my big mate, Biggins. Come on, Biggins. Don't tell me. I know you are.
Who's that?
Boy George.
No, I'm Gypsy Rose Biggins, Cilla. Cross my palm with silver and I'll reveal all to you.
It's a funny thing you should say that, really, because there's somebody in our audience tonight. Oh, they're not all that keen on fortune tellers, Biggins.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Not keen at all. Are you in the audience, Mrs. Margaret Mellowship? Yes. Where are you, love? Oh, a little reluctant Anne went up there. And is your mum Muriel with you?
Yes, she is.
Oh, well, you better come and join us on the settee over there. We got 1 or 2 surprises for you. Come down, girls. Well, then. Surprise, surprise, girls.
Yes, and our first surprise, of course, is, Muriel, that you thought you were coming here with Margaret as a birthday treat to see our show, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, that was just an excuse to get you here. Because, you see, your Margaret wrote us a letter telling us all about you. In fact, telling us all about your younger brother, Ivor, who emigrated to South Africa 20 years ago.
And you were particularly fond of him, weren't you? Because, in fact, during the war, when your husband was in the army, he looked after you.
Yes.
Well, you haven't seen him since 1964.
Yeah.
But about a month ago, your Margaret took you to a certain fortune teller.
Yes.
Can you remember that?
Yes.
And that fortune teller told you that you would be getting a phone call from your Ivor before Christmas. Is that right?
Yes.
And every time the phone goes, you rush there, thinking it's him. And, of course, Margaret tells us when it's not, you have a little weep.
Yes.
Ah, well, Margaret feels it's all her fault, you see, because she's the one that took you there in the first place. Well, you know, fortune tellers have been known to be wrong, haven't they, Gypsy Rose Biggins?
They certainly have, and I've got my crystal ball here, so I'm going to have a look. Scylla, the mist is clearing, and I can see someone.
And so can I, Biggins. We've flown him all the way over from South Africa to be with you tonight. It's your younger brother, Ivor, and your sister-in-law, Ivy. Come in, Ivor. Please sit down. Oh, isn't that a nice surprise, Muriel?
Wonderful.
And what a handsome brother you've got there. Isn't it lovely? Well, we don't need a crystal ball to predict that you've all got lots to talk about. But now it's time for our phone numbers game.
Now first make up your card. Start with a big square like this. Divide it into 25 smaller squares like this. Now put P-H-O-N-E across the top. And now add the last 5 digits of your phone number, including the dialing code down the left-hand side. The winner will be the first person to ring out with a straight line of 5 squares across, down, or diagonally containing the correct answers to the questions for those squares. We'll give you the questions and the number to call later in the show. Now, to give you a start, you can have some free squares that count towards a winning line without you having to write answers in them. As always, the middle square is free, then just for this week, the second under P, the first under H, and the fourth under E.
And remember to make a careful note of those squares.
Seeing as it's Christmas, we wanted some very special cue pullers. So Biggins and I went along to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital for the children in Hackney. Well, here we are on the Bailey ward, and our lucky cue puller this week is called Jackie. Say hello, Jackie.
Hello.
Now, you can't shake this bag, can you?
No.
Well, tell everybody at home why.
Because I've got a bad back.
Ah, everybody say ah. So we're going to get Sarah over here to shake the bag, aren't we, Sarah?
Yeah.
Yes, well, you hold the bag, but before you shake it, I want you to say a nice big hello to Biggins over there.
And I begin.
Hello, Sarah. Now shake that bag as hard as you can.
Ooh, that was a big shake, yes. Pull that first lucky cube, Jackie. Dig deep. Oh, what is it, Carlo?
H7.
H7.
So, if you've got H7, in what pantomime does the genie of the lamp appear? And Carol, what have you got to say?
More cubes, Scylla.
Pull that cube. What is it, Carlo?
P4.
P4.
Which king looked out on the feast of Stephen? And Goldie, oh, you've got your bottle in. What are you going to say?
Pull that cube, Jackie. Tell them what it is, Carlo.
P4.
What?
We just had that.
I know. P4.
So, if you've got P4, what colour is mentioned in the title of this song? Well, we'll have some more cubes later on. Now, don't forget, as soon as you have a complete line of 5 squares in any direction, give us a tinkle on tonight's number. 01-936-9399. But please only ring when you have a winning line.
You know, I thought you looked lovely as Big Ears on the film.
Did you?
And I think you look even better in your dinner jacket. Doesn't he, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
I dressed specially for you, Silla.
Did you really?
Yes.
Well, who do you undress for, then? Yes, and as it's a special Christmas show, we've got some special surprise prizes for our winners.
For the 2 runners-up, we've got 2 Christmas hampers, which we'll post to you.
But for tonight's lucky winner, we have got this fantastic surprise Christmas hamper. And we guarantee wherever the lucky winner is, that hamper will be delivered to them tomorrow, Christmas Eve, in time for Christmas Day. But now we've got an unusual surprise for Mrs. Doreen Crawford of Billericay, Essex. Her son Keith wrote and told us that his mum has had a secret ambition, wait for this, to milk a cow. Well, that surprised us, so we'd sent Tony Arthur with our outside broadcast cameras to surprise Mrs. Crawford.
Hello, Silla, here I am. What do you think of the outfit? Right, now, I think Doreen is sitting inside a restaurant. Come with me, we're going to surprise her, OK? Doreen Crawford. Hello. Surprise, surprise.
Yes, yes.
You watch Surprise, Surprise,
Yes.
don't you? Yeah. Just stop laughing. What? Look this way. There's the camera. Now, the other day you were watching Surprise, Surprise, and your family said if you were ever surprised, what would you like to do? And what did you say? You said you'd like to milk a cow, didn't you? Come with me. Come with me. Come on. Come with me.
I can't for laughing.
Come and hold my hand. Come on, put your arm around me. Okay. Now, that's our cameraman. He's just gone through the window, but he's all right. Surprise for him, indeed. Right, come on, then. Now, Doreen, the cow is called Lady, all right? Come on, Doreen, come on. Now, the cow is called Lady. Isn't she lovely? Now, all we've got to do is go around this side of her, okay? Doreen, would you like to sit on the stool? Sit on the stool, Doreen. This is your big moment.
I don't believe this is happening to me.
It is happening. Now, do you know what to do?
No.
Nor do I. Just go ahead. You pull those things. Come on. Now. Right, she's very gentle. You've always wanted to do this. Let's see your face. Let's see your face when you do. Very, very good. Try another one. She's all right. Right, this is it. Seriously now.
Yes.
Seriously. I don't think you're much good, Doreen, are you?
I don't think I'm
I tell you
much
what,
good.
I tell you what. Why don't you come back to the studio with me and we'll meet Silla and Biggins and see if we can find you a better cow. Are you ready? No. Right now. Come on, love. Come on. Say goodbye to Lady. Give her a pat.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Well, we do look forward to seeing her later on the studio, where we've got another surprise, as Tony did hint there, waiting for her.
Yes, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, you're right there, Biggins. Our next surprise is for a lady sitting here in our audience. Yes, it's you, Mrs. Kathleen Lamb. Where are you, Kathleen? Where are you, Kathleen? Well, please come and join us because we've got a beautiful surprise for you on this Christmas Sunday. Please sit down. Actually, we were very worried
How
about...
naughty. How dreadfully naughty. I'll never forgive my husband. Never.
We're all naughty, Kathleen, but we're nice. Now, we're worried about you.
I wouldn't have worn 2 watches.
Kathleen, why are you wearing two watches?
So the burglar didn't have the other one.